Looselips. Raybay.com.
What I say? Looselips. Never. Hey. Hey. Back again with Ray Bay. New topics every day. Hey. Go on and pick that phone and call in what you got to say. Hey, we talk parlaying about what celebs be saying. All exclusive drops, gon' tune in here to see what's playing. Special guests like all the time. Hit that website, find a playlist, fire, swear that mix the bomb. Time is ticking, you ain't listening. Look, this show gon' start at 5. Grab your drinks and then your snacks, go ahead and stimulate your mind. Just kick it back and then unwind. We gon' talk about what's trendy, all the drama plus the music. Think you gonna find this info somewhere else? Well, think you're foolish. Keep it real, say what you feel. All the mother sites is losing. We ain't talking about that money when we asking for your 2 cents. What you think, man? What you know? Listen in to find out more. Click that link and share that link. Show people what is hitting for. What you think, man? What you know? Listen in to find out more. I'ma cut the rap and hit A Ray Bay, go on and start the show. Oh.
Welcome to Looselips with Ray Bay. I am Ray, and of course I have another special guest with me. He goes by the name of Scottie Kash. He's a music artist, a fashion designer, etc., etc.
Yes.
So I'm going to be interviewing him. Say hello to the people.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing? I'm Scottie.
And also, I'm going to be doing Ray's Celebrity Rundown, my favorite part of the show. No offense.
Okay.
I like to do interviews too, but I like to do that Ray Celebrity Rundown. So first I want to get into what I'm going to be talking about later on.
Okay.
Wendy Williams is a big controversy with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catfishing. Yeah. And Tigers. If that makes any sense. We'll get into it later, but first...
Tigers.
First, Scottie Kash, I want to know what's been going on with you. You had a pretty big show last week, was it?
Yeah, last Thursday.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It was crazy, man. It was New Breed 5, curated by Velly Brand, one of a pretty big curator right here in Philly.
Right.
But it was crazy, man. It was a live crowd. You know, it was exciting. I had a good time.
And you dropped some new music, Forever Thing?
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to perform that?
No, I didn't get a chance to
No.
perform it. It's actually it's actually a member of my team's song that I featured on.
Okay.
But he wasn't able to be there that night, so we didn't get a chance to perform it.
Okay. Speaking of performing, what would you say are some preparations that you must take in order to take the stage?
For me, I make sure that I don't drink or smoke before any performances.
Wow.
I like to stay focused.
Yeah.
I usually just the day when I have a performance at night, you know, during the day I'll just be calm and just chill all day. Make sure I don't do anything that'll be just too hype or tire me out. So I just relax until I get to the show and I do my sound check. And then I just vibe. It's not really a
ritual?
Yeah, it's no real ritual that I have. I just vibe.
But that's different. Already you said you try not to drink and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's so different from other artists because that's all they do. They have to have that.
I had a terrible experience once. I had a chance to perform at Kutztown University, and I had I smoked a lot.
Oh,
and
wow.
it was just bad.
You forgot the words.
Yeah, it was a couple things that I just did, and I mean I guess the crowd still thought it was pretty cool, but just knowing myself as an artist, I just didn't feel as though I did the best I could.
Right.
So ever since then, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just chill.
They were probably high too. That's probably why they liked it.
Yeah, probably.
So you mentioned Forever Thing is actually a song that you've been featured on.
Yes.
What kind of song would you say that it is? Is it a turn-up record? Is it...
Forever Thing is definitely a turn-up record. It's one of those records that just a feel-good record to make you feel like, you know, everything is just going great for you. The whole topic of the song is just we live in life so crazy right now, just being an artist and doing shows and you know, making money, and it's like this is something that's gonna be forever.
Right.
You know, until I die, I'm gonna be doing this.
I like that concept. Can we play it for the people?
Yeah, you can play.
Okay.
Feels good when you can do anything. I'm about to spend some cash out of your range. A couple $100, yeah, that's loose change. Flowing through the city with my fucking gang, yeah. This a forever thing. Spending cash, living fast, a forever thing. Feels good when you can do anything. I'm about to spend some cash out of your range. She wanna roll with me. She know a nigga spiffy. She know a nigga always grinding and I'm busy. Got gang with me. You can't hang with me. You can't stunt with me. They start telling lies cause they can't compare to me. I'm in the cut G with a bad bitch fucking me. And she gon' fly to my side. And I'ma show a good time.
That was Forever Thing featuring Scottie Kash. Who did you say is
Right, it's by a Likely Legends member, Spiffy Slaughter.
Are you putting out any singles, or are you just doing? Are you doing like an album, or is it just singles?
Yeah. Right now, I'm currently working on my project, my EP. It's entitled Violet Nights. I got production, basically executive producing it is Andrew Murray. Mm-hmm. He's a pretty
you work with him a lot.
That's my homie. Like it's more than business with him. You know, that's like family. So we kind of just sat down and started creating the project. And I do have some singles that's coming out. I'm still trying to pick which ones. I have some videos being shot. My latest song that I dropped called Drugs. Mm-hmm. I'm about to shoot a visual for that with Plum Creek Productions. So I
actually was just about to talk about that because I like that a lot.
In addition,
yeah, I like it. Talk a little bit about that song.
The song is actually one of my favorites. I kind of made it just like another Likely Legend member. His name is Zave Michael. He does a lot of our beats. I remember just being in the lab with him, and he was just showing me some beats, and he played it for me, and I was just like, we just started playing around with it, and I ended up just doing drugs to it, and he hopped on it, and it was just a pretty dope record. And it's all about just, I guess it's just a feel good record. Like it was just more off the top. Like just how we're feeling at the moment.
Right.
And it's like sometimes, music can be drugs to you, people can be drugs to you, and it's just that whole concept.
So I want to play that, and then when I come back, I want to talk to you a little bit more.
Okay.
Baby. You got what I need, oh, baby. Taking shots like a free throw, faded. Let's get faded. Baby. You got what I need, oh, baby. Taking shots like a free throw, faded. Let's get faded. Knock it out the park, Sammy Sosa. Drinking Henny, we don't make mimosas. Lot of bottles and a couple coasters. Got a couple women, we ain't living kosher. I'm the same dude with the same coach. You the same dude except you got broke. They been hating on me since I got my own. If it ain't about money, don't call my phone. Ride the beat like a metronome with the loud pack like a megaphone. All that broke shit, we don't condone. All that hating shit, we don't condone. All that lazy shit, we don't condone. Tryna get my mom to a bigger home. Big body car, watch it hug the road. I'm God body, want some of my soul. Drink away the pain. Liquor give me wings. Pour another cup. Niggas rolling off the beans. Feeling so supreme. Good music made me vibe. Good music do my dad. All you haters getting mad. You can never match my swag. Double cup them in my bag. All the women in my bag. Yeah, she wanna autograph. I just hope this shit gon' last. I just hope this shit gon' last. Yeah, baby. You got what I need, oh, baby. Taking shots like a free throw, faded. Let's get faded. Baby. You got what I need, oh, baby. Taking shots like a free
So that was Drugs, Scottie Kash. What was the process like working on that song?
The process of working on the song was he played the beat for me. We sat there and I kind of just vibed. Like I like to just vibe to the beats that I hear. And, I just started coming up with the hook like, baby, 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 you got what I need, yo. And then it just went from there, like, and it just built from that. It was like just a cool freestyle type of
How are you in the studio? Like I said, you mentioned that you don't like to drink before a show and all that. And a lot of artists actually do the opposite. And especially in the studio, that's where, the vibes, they try to get the correct vibes for the song. Is that a lot of bitches around? Is it just you and the producer?
A lot of my studio sessions,
you got to think about it.
Most of the time, it's either just me. It's me, Andrew, my guy Simba will be in there most of the time, and a couple of the Likely Legends members will be around. I don't like to have too many people in the studio with me,
right?
Because it kind of becomes a distraction.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't really bring too many girls to my studio sessions at all. So
thoughts.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't really do that. Maybe sometimes, but yeah, I don't really do that. But yeah, I don't like to have too many people in the studio with me. And as far as sometimes we'll spark up in the studio, but it all depends what type of record I'm doing.
Right.
Like if I'm doing like a rap record, then I'll spark up. But if I have to use my vocals or something, I won't spark or drink anything. Like I kind of like to make sure that I have clear vocals. I have a lot of water with me and stuff. So,
speaking of you switching from vocals to rapping, you consider yourself just to be a musical artist.
Yes.
Not a rapper, not a singer.
Yep.
Is that something that you've always been true to?
When I first started music, I was more of a hip hop. Just a hip hop head, just 90s rap.
Straight bars.
And that's just all I was really into. I liked singing songs, but I never sang at that point.
Right.
It was until we were in the studio one day and Simba Amir, which is another Likely Legends member, he just started singing. Like me and him was heavy hip hop rappers. He started singing one day and I was like, yo, that's dope. That was crazy. So he ended up singing the hook. So then later in time, I was like, you know what, if Simba could do it, I'm about to try it too. So it just went from there and I was like, yo, I really like the melodies and stuff. So I just built off of that.
So you had to build your confidence a little bit.
Yeah, I had to build my confidence. I had to build my skill level. Well, I used to sing in the choir when I was little, but I had to kind of get it back. Because, when you hit puberty, you just lose all that. So I had to kind of get it back and train myself to kind of get back into singing.
That's the Michael Jackson syndrome right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to know, since you're kind of a singer, you're kind of a rapper, name your favorite singer and name your favorite rapper.
My favorite.
Right now, off the top.
My favorite rapper is, his name is Currency.
Okay.
He's an underground rapper.
Barely.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, he was. But now,
he
they can't
sprouted up
sleep
a
on
little
him
bit.
for too long. So he kind of broke into the mainstream. My favorite singer has to be, I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure.
Are you a fan of more?
I guess Drake. Drake might be one of the first. I won't say the first, but he, as far as singing, his style of singing was one of the first real singers I was
that
into.
relates to your style.
Yeah, that stood out to me, because it was just his style and the things that he was singing about was kind of different to me. So yeah.
So I want to switch gears for a second. You mentioned Likely Legends. It's a whole movement that you got going on.
Yeah.
You got some hats that you're working on. Like I said, you're a fashion designer. Where can people get these hats? And
do
you have more coming?
We do have more hats coming. We still have hats available. You can simply get hats by just going on my social media and either DMing me or one of the members and just letting us know that you want one. We'll make a drop off to you or we'll mail it to you. So that's usually how we don't really have a website for it yet, but all that is coming soon. But yeah, the hats is kind of a thing that we just wanted to give to our supporters so that people can we can build a brand that way.
Right. And step one of building a brand is coming on shows like this and getting your brand out there. So that's a good look.
Right. Exactly.
And I just have to say, y'all, fashionista. He's got the bottom grills, you know. He has the little chains. But anyway, have you always been into fashion?
Yeah, I always have. Ever since I was little, I've always liked dressing nice. And once I got to the point where my mom wasn't trying to buy all my clothes anymore, like I kind of got to explore that. And I just ever since I just been buying I got a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
I got a lot of clothes.
Are you at the mall a lot?
I'm really not at the mall.
No.
Like, I'm really an online order type of person. Like I like to order my stuff, and then I'll just be in my house, like, you know, just customizing stuff.
Isn't it exciting to shop online?
Yeah,
and then
I really
it just comes to your house.
Online. Yeah, because it's endless possibilities of what you can find.
And then sometimes you forget what you bought, and then it comes to the house and it's like Christmas.
And you be like, oh, I'm wearing this on the night.
I forgot I got that.
Yeah.
So if I gave you $1 million right now to pick one, either music or fashion, if I say you could be the greatest music artist right now, I'm gonna give you this milli, or you could be a fashion mogul. Which one you choosing?
I'm definitely gonna do music.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I love fashion, but I think I'm so into fashion just off the strength that I know what it is to be a music artist. And it's like what type of image, like what the image and just, you know, who you become. And it just adds to fashion. Like, but music is definitely my first love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So it's time for Ray's Celebrity Rundown, but you're not going anywhere.
Okay, I'm right.
You promised me that you're going to stick around and talk shit about these celebrities because that's probably one of my favorite things to do. So first thing I want to talk about is Wendy Williams. I love Wendy Williams, but she's got some controversy going on right now. I don't know if you've heard. She said some comments about the HBCUs and all of that. I'm actually going to play it for you guys that haven't heard the clip. It's pretty disturbing because she is a black woman, so it's like...
Black man.
Okay.
Like, no.
That's okay. I feel you. I would say the same thing, but we haven't seen... Until we've seen her vagina, we're going to assume she's a man.
Yeah, that's a very big dude.
But I do look up to her. But, you know, she kind of stabbed herself in the back with this one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you guys hear it, and then we're going to come back and talk about it a little bit.
You know, we talk race here a lot on Wendy, and, you know, I must say to you that, you know, he was on BET, and that his speech was very poignant on one hand. On the other hand, you know, I would be really offended if there was a school that was known as an historically white college. We have historically black colleges. What if there was the National Organization for White People only? There's the NAACP, National... By the way, what is the C? Colored? We're still using colored?
So, Wendy, I really don't even know, like, when I heard it, I first heard about it on social media, and then I had to go and look up the clip because I haven't even been really watching her show like that. But as somebody that speaks their mind, I just have to say that you got to stand by what you feel because the moment you backtrack, you make yourself look stupid.
Foolish,
so
it's
okay to feel how you feel and own up to how you feel. We still might judge you and not fuck with you no more, but the moment you backtrack, which she did, what's the guy's name?
I forgot.
His name is
guy that hosts on TV.
Roland Martin.
Yeah.
The show is News One Now.
Right.
And he actually did a whole rant about her comments, and then he they invited him on the show.
Yeah, she invited him on the show and was like, "Yeah, I was wrong and this and that."
So how do you feel about her direct comments?
Honestly, Wendy Williams is a fool to me just because it's like she runs her mouth so much about everything else, and then when something like this comes up, you realize how uneducated she really is, and it just goes into the whole you know, like the comparison of Black Lives Matter with All Lives Matter, and it's like it doesn't make sense to sit there and say, why should we have historically black colleges and the NAACP when we don't have a historically white college? Like, that doesn't make sense because obviously in America, the norm was to be a white American.
Right.
And, everybody else got added into the pot. So why would you, it's like, these were already the norms. So you have to just like they wanted to back then, they differentiated to certain things. It's like, this is a actual historically black college. Right. Like, can we just have certain things? Like, I just don't understand why she even said that.
I definitely agree with you. I feel like her comments, I feel like she has a white woman living inside her.
Yeah.
Because,
and it's sad because it's like you look at these talk show hosts and stuff like that, and you see how far they go just to fit in. Like, you want to fit in white Hollywood or whatever, and you, like, just switch up your whole morals. And, like, I'm sure her parents ain't teach her that. Like, that doesn't even make sense.
I don't think her parents taught her that, but she didn't grow up how we grew up per se. Like, she didn't have the greatest of lives, but she was pretty up there. You know what I mean? Her parents were both teachers, I believe, and she grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. So some of her views can be perceived as, the views of a white woman. And I don't understand how Jesse Williams, this is how it sprouted. She made comments about Jesse Williams' speech, and nothing was wrong with his speech whatsoever. He made a beautiful speech at the BET Awards, honoring us and promoting us and fighting for us. And for her to go on her show, a big platform like that, and actually bring us a step down, I think is disgusting. And that's exactly why 3 of her producers were fired. But people are saying that it's actually kind of like a scapegoat to try to get the attention off of Wendy. Like, the producers told her to say that, so let's fire them.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
She'll never take the fire she's actually supposed to take for that. I mean, my thing is, it's like, for Jessie to say those, say that speech, I don't even understand why she felt as though that was something she had to address in a negative way. I mean, if she didn't agree with it, it still was the fact that he stood up for his people. Right. And just let it be that.
And when she had the guy on her show, Roland Martin, she was silent. Like,
she just, just educate me. You right. I'll admit when I'm right. It's like,
it's fake, and she didn't.
So full. The only reason she did that was to get her ratings. Right. Like, get her ratings right.
She's like, let me bite my tongue so people can know that I'm sorry, but I'm really not.
Because, like he said, most of her viewers is black middle-aged women.
Or white middle-aged women, just middle-aged women.
Middle-aged women, but you can't forget about the percentage of black viewers you have.
So 3 of her producers were fired, and she actually lost her Chevrolet sponsorship. Ooh. I think people were just completely turned off by her. And Chevy, kudos to you, because even Wendy Williams is untouchable. You have to be responsible for the things that you say. Right. And, she didn't own it after that. She should have went on there and took some time to say what she really meant. If her words were, taken out of context, she should have went on there the next day and said what she really meant by it.
That's exactly what she should have did.
Yeah, her audience didn't even clap or anything, agree with her. So by the end of that conversation, she was kind of like backtracking within the 3 minutes that she was talking. Yeah. So,
because she knew she didn't make it.
And she knew she was wrong. So, in other race celebrity gossip, or race celebrity rundown, this is true to my heart right here. Because
true to my heart.
A man was hospitalized after waiting 10 days for his online girlfriend. After building an online relationship for the last 2 months, one man spent 10 long days waiting to meet the lady in his life, only to later be hospitalized. And he was hospitalized for exhaustion. And I'm assuming he was waiting too fucking long.
He's an idiot. He's a fool.
And the reason why I say this is true to my heart, because I dabble in, I'm going to say more than dabble. I've been online dating for quite some time. And I want to know, have you ever been catfished?
Yes, I have been catfished before.
Okay. Instagram, or were you on OkCupid?
It was back in the day
It's
when
levels.
I was young, and it was like MySpace.
Okay.
And but one thing I used to do when I was younger, I would go on, like, you know, I would get females off of MySpace, and you know, I would have a place where they were supposed to meet me, right before we chill.
Broad daylight.
Yeah, like I'll have a place, and it'll be a Wawa, and I would tell them to pull up to that joint. I mean, so I would walk up like around the corner from the Wawa and look and call her phone. I mean, and see who pick up the phone. And if she, all right, then I walk up and say, yeah, da. If not, then I'm just out.
Did you go alone? Like,
yeah, I go alone. I mean, but she wouldn't see me. I would be looking. Creeping and
what
call
if she
her.
Spotted you before you spotted her?
Don't matter. If she wouldn't have, because I'd have act like nothing was going on and left. It happened one time though, and I was like, damn.
And you just left and didn't hit her up?
No, not at all.
Wow. That's crazy.
Because it's like, why are you trying?
You disrespected me.
Yeah, like why you going to catfish me? Like you tripping.
Was she using different pictures, or did she have the right angles? Because it's a difference, you know?
Yeah.
Like we can't help it if we know how to take a selfie.
Yeah, the picture. Yeah, it was the angles of the pictures and just the finesse of the pictures and the filters and all that. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't with it.
I've never been catfished because I'm so good at it. Like, not catfishing.
I was about to say you are catfishing people.
No, not catfishing. I'm good at spotting a good judge of character.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say halfway because I'm still single, so it's probably not all the way true.
How could spotting character help you from getting catfished?
Because I can tell if a person is being truthful about what they're telling me. Say if a guy's like, "Oh, I don't got no kids. I do this, that, and that. I'm in school for this." First of all, you always got to online stalk them for a little bit. Like, not be crazy. Just do your research till you know if what he's saying is true or not. Okay. And then also, recently I've been using Soul Swipe, which is so fun because I don't even care. I'm not even on it because I really want to be on it. It's kind of like a app, like game for me. You know, when I get bored, I like to swipe left or right, and I like to look at pictures of people and judge them, basically. And then, you know, I know like all guys are in category of about 4, you know, and then I place them in that category and I decide yes or no, and it's kind of fun for me. But you know, I feel like I have a good judge of character for online dating. So if anybody needs some help out there,
the only thing about that I say is, if somebody catfish you, of course they gonna come with you with the craziest character. They gonna come with you with the most correct character. That's how you get catfish, because you fall in love with personality.
Never fall in love. Rule number 1 at the Jersey Shore.
Right. Never fall in love. Never fall in love with somebody online either.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe. There's some stories out there.
I don't know.
Listen.
I don't really trust it. The way I look at it,
face, old fashioned.
Yeah, the way I look at it, you know, if I get a girl's number online or something like that, I gotta at least see you within these first couple weeks of having your number in my phone.
But all the time is not even worth it. You know what I mean? Right. I would rather talk for a little bit and even see if we should meet. Like.
No, right. But that's why I said the first couple weeks. Because by week 2, I'll know. Right. All right, I'm gonna probably keep texting this person. If not, then I'm just gonna.
If you're a dry texter, that's like number 1. Obviously, I don't need to meet you.
Yeah, but what are you gonna some say people just not good at texting. Some people are better at talking in person.
I can spot that too.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, like me for one, I'm not. As far as texting, like I don't really like to text that much. Like, and
are you a FaceTimer or a caller? Neither.
FaceTiming is alright sometimes. Calling, I don't really do that too much anymore. FaceTiming. I'm more of a face-to-face person. Like, I like to really catch your vibe and be with you.
FaceTime, and y'all niggas be trying to catch us off guard. Like, why are you calling me?
FaceTime.
You know my face isn't on.
I mean, yeah, I guess FaceTime is the best out of all of them to me. I mean, but a lot of time I'm on the move so much that I can't really FaceTime that much.
So Tyga, he's on the move too. Yeah. Tyga has a Tyga. a play on words.
He got a tiger?
Yeah, a tiger, actual live tiger. But the kick is he's facing some backlash after neglecting his pet tiger. So I don't know how he neglected it, but I know that it costs $10,000 and up a year, right, to just feed, just for the looks, just for pictures.
It's a tiger.
What are you gonna do? You can't pet it, without trainers.
It's a tiger. I mean, that thing has to eat like fucking cantaloupes and shit. Like
cantaloupes, you gotta eat humans.
Yeah, humans, whatever. Like that joint eat.
But that brings me to my question: if you could. Because we don't have money like that. We don't have money like Tyga. Right now. But if we did, what do you call it? Animal. What do you call those animals?
What, exotic animal?
Exotic, there you go. Exotic animal would you have in your backyard?
What exotic animal would I have? I don't know, man. I'm not too sure about animals like
Black
that.
people don't like that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really too into having a carnivorous animal.
Yeah. It don't have to be. Like, for me, I want a little monkey. Like, the little tiny ones.
Monkeys do rip people's faces off, though.
True. They're pretty strong.
Either. Yeah, they're very strong.
But the little baby one, and then give it away.
Too. They'll pull your face off, too.
What about an alligator?
Nah, alligators is death roll you.
A panda.
Pandas are one of the most deadly animals out there.
Panda.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would get, maybe like a white tiger or something, but I wouldn't be around that, John. I'd maybe just get it for the looks.
A white tiger?
Feed my enemies.
So it would just be in the backyard? And you wouldn't never
I guess in a designated area. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if I would ever really invest into an animal like that. That probably wouldn't really be something that I would look into.
That's probably why Tyga's in the shit that he's in right now.
You gotta pay $10,000 for this tiger to eat. Mm-hmm. Like, why even have this shit?
And the trainers and all that.
Yeah, like, I'm good.
But on a different note, some good news.
Running around your crib and all that. Your
Notorious.
Kid run out there and get ate.
Notorious B.I.G. He's finally getting the recognition that he deserves. There was a movie a few years back, but now it is going to be a sitcom.
What?
Called Think Like Big. It's a scripted comedy.
It's going to be a sitcom based on Biggie's life?
Yeah, based on his lyrics. So
based on his lyrics?
Yeah, so it's not necessarily based on his life because some of his lyrics could be, fake. But
who's producing this? It all depends who's producing it.
True. There's not a lot of details yet, but his mom put it together.
Oh, okay. His mom put it together. Right.
She's gonna make it look good.
It may be pretty good because I think she had a lot to do with the movie. I don't know.
Puffy had a lot to do with the movie.
Yeah, Puffy did, but I think his mom she supplied a lot of the personality and stuff.
Will you be tuning into it?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I will. Depends on the cast. Depends on how it looks when they.
You think they're gonna get like an all-star cast, like how they try to trick us into watching something if it's like 99 celebrities in it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll do that.
Denzel probably gonna be in it.
Denzel not gonna be in the sitcom.
There's not enough money for that.
I can't even I don't even. How would that even be a sitcom? Would it be a cartoon?
And why is it a comedy?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, none of his lyrics were funny.
Well, he did.
All
have
I think
funny
is
lyrics.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine.
No, he had funny lyrics. Like, he had the one John. Where he told the story about how he was, fucking the basketball player's wife, and he came in and he act like he told her to act like I'm robbing you.
So I'm just trying to think of how that play out. I'm gonna tune in.
I don't know about that, man.
I'm gonna tune in regardless. But back to you, Scottie Kash.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for sitting with me.
No problem.
Thank you so much for being honest and truthful.
I have to.
That's what Looselips with Ray Bay is all about.
Right.
We are loose with our lips, not sexually, though. We like to talk a lot of shit. But I want you to let these people know where they can get your music, where they can follow you on social media, your next show, whatever you want to tell the people.
Okay. Well, you can follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All that Scottie Kash, SCOTTIEKASH, and that's on everything. My SoundCloud, same thing. Snapchat, same thing. I said, but I think it has an underscore in between Scottie and Kash. My next show is actually I think next week, August 13th.
Okay.
I'm performing at the Vanji Fly Fashion Show. Me and Andrew Miaray are the two featured artists. It's gonna be a pretty dope event. They're doing like a vintage themed fashion show at Silk City, so definitely come out to that. It'll be dope. I'm not sure about my shows after that. I think I have some, but I don't have the dates on me right now. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
I got one more question for you. Where does Scottie Kash come from? What is that name?
Where does it come from? Well, my last name is Scotland.
Okay.
And my brother's friends used to always call me Scottie. And I mean, even though like everybody used to call me Dre, but they called me Scottie. So when I was like starting my music career, I was like, yo, I gotta come up with a rap name because my name too ass to be a rap name. So, you know, I'm sitting there like, yo, what can my rap name be? And I'm like, me and Scottie. So I'm sitting there like Scottie, and I kept putting all this stuff behind it. And then like I remember looking, I forgot what I was on. I might have been on Google or something, and I seen a picture of Johnny Cash. He's like
wow.
I wouldn't say country singer. And he has that famous picture of him, you know, holding a guitar with his middle finger to the camera. And like I just kind of sat there and looked at it for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, damn, like yo, that's how I be feeling. Like, so I'm like, yo, Scottie Kash. And then because I ain't want it to be so, you know, regular, I put the K on it. So yeah, that's how I got Scottie Kash, man.
You should have put a $sign too. No.
Yeah, people tell me that, but I don't know. Maybe when I get some money, I'll put the $sign on it. Right now,
then it'll be official.
Yeah, then it'll be official.
Well, thank you, Scottie Kash, with a $sign.
Right, with a $sign.
And what about that project?
Violent Nights. It's actually
in the works.
Yeah, it's in the works. You probably won't get it for. I'm not even sure yet. I'm just trying to perfect it. Maybe next year. I don't know.
Yeah. Any
maybe
last
earlier
thoughts?
than that.
Any last thoughts for the people?
Don't get catfished, guys. Don't fall in love online. Don't buy tigers if you can't afford to take care of them. And don't be like Wendy Williams and say dumb things on air. And make sure you guys follow me and listen to my music. I got a lot of stuff coming for y'all. Thanks to Ray bringing me here.
Woo-hoo.
Thanks to Ray bringing me here so I can talk with her. And just, you know, everybody enjoy your lives and do whatever you want to do. What you put your mind to, you can do it. Make sure you do it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing.
That's a great closing message.
Right.
Thank you. Round of applause.